What is going on, everybody? So today we are going to be testing out two different combo setups. One is probably about $120 setup. The other one is probably about a $300 setup. So just going to be kind of comparing the Shimano quality and the Kastking quality, and just seeing, you know, what works best. They both have a Lunker's Log worm on there, no weight at all. There's a 3/0 Guggen Baits hook, so that's what we're just tossing out there. There are a little bit different things about them. I'll talk about that when we get out there and start testing them. But yeah, let's go ahead and see what they're all about. Alright guys, so two different setups. There are a few different things I'll talk about real quick. The Crixus by Kastking is going to be a little bit different gear ratio. I believe this is the 651. This is going to be a higher gear ratio over here. The Shimano Curado that I have, it is an 821. So the gear ratio is a little bit slower. It's not going to make a big difference as far as casting. It makes a difference as far as retrieving. But we are also rocking two different types of lines. I didn't want to reline my Shimano, so what I did was just left the little fluorocarbon that I have on this one that I use for swim baits and stuff like that, and then we're going to be running a braided line over here. It's a 40-pound 8x Super Slick Power Pro line, and this is actually a P-line 15-pound fluorocarbon. So that is going to be one of the big differences besides the gear ratio. One is also going to be a 7-foot, one is a 6-foot, but there shouldn't be too much of a difference. We're going to be testing them out. I know that the insides of them both look a little bit different. I've cleaned them both, so I know what they look like. I'll probably do another video on the internal parts of the reels themselves, but as far as testing them out, let's go ahead and just do a few casts and see what they're all about. Alright, first thing we'll test out is the Kastking with the Lunker Log, once again, the 3/0 15-pound fluoro. There are a few things about this. We got the rounded handles, which are pretty nice. Like I said, it is a 651 gear ratio. It does have a nice clicking sound right here on the spool adjuster, and then you got your brake on this side. So I don't have a lot of problem with this. People say cheap reels like this backlash a lot. As you can see, it's just all about fine-tuning it. All right, so I guess let's just do kind of a test and see how far we can get it to go. Let's just go straight out. All right, we are basically probably, I'd say, like 4 feet from the ledge over there, from that one cast. No backlash, really nice, real smooth reeling, as you can see. Doesn't have any line gap. That has a lot to do with the line though too. Just bringing that Senko straight in though. We'll start testing out fishing them here in a bit, but right now we'll just keep testing out the reel. All right, now here is the Shimano Curado 7.1 XG. Once again, it is an 8:1 gear ratio. Rocking braided line. It does not have the clicking sound over here on the spool adjuster, but the brake is also kind of covered too, so two different little things about those. They also are a little bit fancier with the Shimano as far as everything's kind of made out of aluminum. Some of the stuff on the Kastking pieces feel a little bit less strong, I guess is the word I'm looking for. There's our cast test. Practically the exact same spot. Not a big difference. It's a lot smoother of a cast, and it's definitely a smoother reel. I do like the handles on the Shimano a lot better because it's just real easy to grab onto compared to the Kastking. It has the round handles, which I really do like, but the Shimano handles, these are just really comfortable. All right, give it a few different casts. Give it a sideways cast over there. I'm not going to hold it. A little bit of backlash, not too bad. My pull is adjusted, but as you can see, no thumb right there, and we were able to get that whole thing out there, and no worries. We'll do that with the Kastking right now and see if I regret it. All right, see if I regret this. So one thing you guys can do to check your line to make sure you're not going to get all out of whack right away is just tighten up your spool right here, and then you're going to go ahead and open up the actual spool itself. Click it down. If it doesn't go, you're good, and you'll just slowly adjust that, and you'll see line will start coming out. And if you let it drop all the way, you'll see sometimes you'll get backlash. We'll go like one click underneath that, no thumb, see what happens. Yeah, no problem, no thumb. So just like the fancy reel, got just about the same distance. I did a little bit of fine tuning before. Like I said, you just got to dial in your reel and figure out how you're going to use it. how it works with a certain line that you're tossing, and you shouldn't have any issues when you kind of compare the high quality versus the lower quality reels. We'll do some pitching real quick. I'll try to pitch underneath this tree, see what that's like. There you go, not too bad, pretty easy. Back to the Shimano real quick and do some pitching and see what that is all about. So some pitching real quick. Oh, got a little bit of backlash. I don't have my spool tightened down as much as I do on the Kastking. Didn't do my adjusting, but cool thing about the Shimano, if you got good line like this, you'll see, kind of just gotta pull it out. That's all it takes. All right, now that we got a good little idea, I'm gonna start kind of casting for distance. We have the brake on 3 right now. I'm gonna bring that down to 2 over here on the Shimano. Open up the spool just a tad bit, let it drop. It is gonna fly pretty far, I'm sure. Let's see what happens. Try not to get backlashed. Oh yeah, that is pretty far out there. So we got the Kastking now. We're gonna do a little bit of a distance test. The brake is actually almost on max. I have it on 9 right now. I'm gonna just open that up to 8. I don't really trust it. That's just from my experience. These things do give a lot more backlash when you're trying to get distance versus the Shimano. That's the thing, you don't want to throw too hard. You will overspin the spool, and that's what's going to cause the backlash, cause the issues. So you kind of have to find the little in between, that little money pitch. So we'll try that out to see if we can get a good distance out there and not backlash this thing. So here goes nothing. Heck yeah, we did pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, we got really far out there too. I was not expecting it to get that far out there. I would say that's pretty much the exact same spot that the Shimano Curado basically got to, and I feel comfortable with maybe even getting a little bit further just because it is fluorocarbon, and I think I might even be getting hit over there. I'm gonna leave my lure down there for a second, see what happens. All right, so now that we've tested both these things, we'll go ahead and do a little bit of fishing, see if maybe we can catch something and show you guys what they look like in action. So let's get out there. There we go. Followed it all the way to the end. First cast out. Bass right here. Oh yeah. There we go. Changed it up and it worked right away. Oh yeah, got another one. Look at that. All right, so that's 2 now on the little net. All we have to do is upsize it. All right, guys. So now that we're done with our little test run and trying out both rods out there on the water, I want to go ahead and talk about each rod individually, or each reel individually, actually. Right here we have the Kastking Crixus. I've had this thing for about a year. It is a fairly cheap reel. One thing I will say about it is if you do not clean it enough, it will start to gunk up. Get a lot of kind of chattering in the reeling. It's just one of those things where you're gonna have to do a lot of maintenance, or just do your maintenance when you start to feel it kind of seize up or be a little bit weird. You'll feel a little bit of grinding in the gears. You'll open it up, you'll see there's a lot of gunk. I'll do another video in the future kind of talking about the internals and showing you guys actually how to clean them as well. If you guys want to see that a little bit sooner, let me know in the comments. As far as the Curado goes, all in all, this is a great reel. I will say that this thing does have a little bit smaller spool, and the braided line does affect, you know, the cast out there with the wind. So that was a little bit of a difference. These things are probably top notch, one of the best on the markets. And you'll see eventually I'll do another video going over the internals of this reel, and you'll definitely see the difference between a Kastking and a Shimano. Then a lot of the components inside the Shimano reels are individually manufactured. They're not molded together with plastic. They're made out of steel. They're made out of parts that won't break down and will last you for a really long time. So you do pay a hefty price. This one, the reel itself was actually about $159. I got it during a clearance on Tackle Warehouse a while back. But compared to the Kastking, you get every bang for your buck with this reel. It will last me for a really long time, and I know if I do the maintenance, stay on top of it, it'll probably last me, you know, 5 to 10 years. especially as much as I fish. I do kind of put a lot of wear and tear on my reels. So with that being said, that's going to be it for today, guys. If you like the video, please leave me a thumbs up. Always helps the channel out. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can see our future videos, breaking them down, talking about the insides, cleaning them, and just showing you what the two reels look like. But yeah, that's going to be it. Hopefully you guys enjoy. See you guys next time. Peace.